Call meeting order. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance. Stand if you're able, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call to order, roll call, starting on my right.
Councilperson Josh Arner.
Councilperson Brent Byer.
Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Olson.
Looking for approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any additions or anything from the table? We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approval of council meeting minutes of September 14th.
I'll move on that as well. For approval.
Do we have a motion to approve? Do we have a second?
Second.
Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. That'll take us to finance and budget. You have the accounts payable with the additional listing. Any questions? Direct them to Finance Director Carla.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve accounts payable. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Do we have a second? Questions or discussion from anyone? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. That'll take us into motions and general business, and the first item under motions and general business tonight is resolution declaring the cost and setting assessment hearing. We're gonna have two different motions here. Staff is setting the assessment hearing for 2020-2021 CIP, which includes improvements on First Street West, Second Street Northwest, Third Street Northwest, Lakeshore Drive Northwest, Second Avenue Northwest, Third Avenue Northwest, and Sixth Avenue Northwest. The first resolution needed is to declare the cost and order preparation of the assessments for the 2020-2021 capital improvement project. Total cost of improvements was $3,346,792.15. The city portion will be $2,554,826.61. The cost to be assessed against all the property owners is $753,392.34. The second resolution needed is to call the public hearing on the assessments. Staff is recommending that the public hearing be held at the Stewartville Civic Center on October 26, 2021 at the regular council meeting.
Somebody update me a little bit. How do we come up with the amount that is assessed? It doesn't appear to be just like a simple, I thought it was 20%, but it doesn't add up to be 20%.
No, it's actually the amount of.
Sure, it's government, so it doesn't make any sense.
Amount of materials needed to create the road is, for this project, we did it, all of that at 25%. Normally, we also include the storm sewer system at that 25%. Since this is basically the bottom of the storm sewer system, oversized, we had agreed to 2 years ago, bringing that down to 15% and not putting that on the homeowners because it was so large in that area. So
it's not always like a cookie cutter deal for each one.
It's never a cookie cutter deal.
Oh, okay, I'm just curious.
Any other questions? All right, first action requested is to adopt a resolution declaring costs to be assessed and ordering preparation of the proposed assessments in connection with the 2020-2021 capital improvement project. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries. Next motion needed is to adopt resolution calling hearing on assessments for 2020-2021 capital improvement project. We're doing both at the one hearing, correct?
Correct.
See, but I normally make motions to adjourn. I don't make motions for additional meetings, so I'm gonna try to stay out of
All
this.
right, you stay out of this one. Do we need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one also carries. Next item, under motions and general business. West Development, approving plans and specs. The next step in the West Development Utility Improvement Project is to approve the plans and specifications as prepared by SEH and to order advertisement for bids. City Engineer Obernolte will be in attendance to present the plans and project the timeline. The project will consist of running water and sewer mains to service future developments, but at this time will only construct what is needed for Bear Cave Estates. As previously approved, the Bear Cave Estates portion will be assessed back to the developer. The feasibility study was presented and approved at the August 12th, 2021 meeting. As a reminder, a special sewer water district was established to create additional SAC-WAC SWUC charges for this area, with the city agreeing to participate at 50% of the city portion of water sewer mains. What's SLUC?
Stormwater.
So, Jenna, do you have something to tell us or project to us, or?
Alright, so as we had approved the Bear Cave Estates plans for now, it's also bringing forward the extension and proposing to advertise both projects together as one. So that would be proposed to be advertised next week, and we would accept bids at the end of October. If everything looks reasonable during bids, it could be possible to bring things forward for approval that night. And then construction would be able to be started approximately mid-November. It was discussed that this project will likely get better pricing, and we have the ability to do winter work for it. And we do believe that we'll get better bids from contractors, giving them more of an open timetable through the winter, since there's only one spot where traffic ever gets affected. We can minimize that issue. And then as far as build back, it is a gravel road on 11th that we do a crossing for. And it would only be one crossing, so the sanitary and water come over in the same area. So it would only be obstructed once. But being that it's gravel, the contractor is able to put it back without needing the asphalt plant to be open, things like that, so it can get put back together before May, when the asphalt plants open up. So it is proposed that it is rather open due to weather restrictions, and allow the contractor to work as they can with weather, but that the work be substantially completed by the end of May. Any other questions? This would extend the water basically from the entrance of Bear Cave Park. We'd be going south and then west over to Al's, and we'd also be extending it to the limits of the Bear Cave Estates. For the sanitary sewer, we have an existing manhole just to the east of 11th, and we would be extending that to the west. Both of those utilities would have to cross under that drainage ditch. And then with the sanitary, that would also get extended south for future, and also north up to Cassav 35, but not crossing at this time.
Questions? Al?
Do you know how they're gonna access that? Will they access it where the road's going to be, or they gonna come through Meyer?
They should be accessing where the road's going to be.
forgot to engineer the culvert there.
Forgot to engineer the culvert.
It's not as good. It's two 5x5, I mean, it's big.
Right.
So that was never in my cost.
It wasn't originally in your cost estimate, but he did engineer it and put it
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. So just so I can understand that they're gonna be putting that'd be the first thing they put in, obviously, is a culvert to get the access in, temporary access in.
All depending on the materials, I mean, they could be starting on our side and just crossing it, as they need to do the trench and accessing that way. We do have, a temporary access within the bid for them, basically rock access and everything, so that we have minimal tracking and things like that, that they do install and then take out at the end.
Other questions from the table? Hearing none, the action needed is to approve resolution 2021 a resolution approving plans and specifications and ordering advertisement for bids for the West Development Utility Project.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Next item under business is associate promotion for Sarah. With the impending retirement of Sue Edge, this is from Nate Dupree, our librarian. Nate's right over there. Looking very schwank tonight.
Your hair's all tamed tonight, everything, it's crazy. Beard's all well trimmed.
I'm doing my best.
With the impending retirement of Sue Edge, I am recommending current library aide Sarah be promoted to Sue's position of library associate effective 10/1/2021 at the pay scale of 6/1, with an increase to 8/1 on January 1st, 2022, pending a positive performance review. Sarah has been an invaluable asset to the library and Stewartville on the whole, and recently completed her master's in library science. After consultation with the library board, Administrator Bill Schimmel, Finance Director Carla Strain, and the Personnel Committee, this promotion and the pay structure works within the library's 2021 budget. So, action requested would be to approve or deny promotion of Sarah to Library Associate effective 10/1/2021.
I'll move to approve that.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any questions for Nate? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. We're out of it. We're out of business for the,
You did a nice job putting all that together, by the way, all the emails and explaining it all and just kind of making it so I could actually figure stuff out before we sat down.
I thought that would be, save me on a lot of time.
mayor, staff, and consultant reports. Tonight, mayor's report. The city would like to send their sympathies to the family of Mark Bissonette, Lorraine McGinnis, Leonard Weston, Heather Holton, Glenn Sirix, Gunnery Sergeant Blaine Halverson, son of Jerry Halverson, and to Mayor Larry Gray, Mr. Stewartville himself. Thank you for your service, Sue Edge. She's retiring from our library. Stop in this Friday from 10 to 5. Wish Sue best of luck on her next adventure. I suppose Nate's got a big party planned for that.
Cookies bound.
Good. Don't forget Stewartville Oktoberfest, October 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at Two Brothers. This is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. And also, let's not forget the Fire Department Benefit Breakfast. Be sure to support our department at their annual breakfast on Sunday, October 3rd. They will follow up with their annual open house on Wednesday, October 6th. And don't forget to support the Morning Lions and the Fire Department by playing Bingo Bongo Bingo. Every Saturday at Two Brothers, 2 p.m. sharp.
Yeah, it was fun this last Saturday.
Well, Brent had a blast too when he was there.
Yep.
I'd like to send a big happy birthday for tomorrow to Jeremiah Ogen. He'll be 44. And Daily,
Whoa.
a day late happy birthday to Carla Strain. Hers was yesterday. I don't know if I should guess her age or.
24 did they say? I'm pretty sure.
I thought I'd start somewhere, so I had to start somewhere. So happy birthday to you too. That's all I've got tonight. City Administrator's report.
Reports in your packet, and this one just, attention to, be sure to access our, community survey. We've got the hard copies available for citizens, and then it's online. And we really want a good participation this year from all of our area residents as we put together a comp plan. And then, we're gonna have one of our public input sessions, near the end of October as well, so keep that in mind. Get that word out, and then our great EDA staff, Joya and Lexi, have been trying to get the word out to help all our businesses to take advantage of this state COVID program that's out there. And tomorrow, they've been doing a good job here over the last couple of weeks, but they wanted a reminder to go out to the public that tomorrow's the deadline for the current program that's available for them to take advantage of. So that should do it for this round.
Any questions for our administrator? All right, thanks, Bill. Finance Director Carla, your report?
I dropped off a flyer for the community coffee breaks on your chairs, and so those are all of the dates that we're looking at doing them the second Tuesday of every month to coincide with your council. They're at 9 o'clock at Cabot Coffee, and we encourage you to come and be there whenever you can and enjoy. And there's a couple of them that I think, you know, some of you, based on your other things that you do in your life, you may be very interested in attending. So, and then the other thing that we have is there's a card for the manufacturing week, and so that from the EDA and the Stewartville Area Chamber of Commerce, that they're going to give out candy like they did last year in a card to the businesses and keep kind of everything COVID friendly and safe with the wrapped candy. The other things working on is we are starting to get some more numbers for final budget. Should be getting like what our premiums are going to be for the dental and for medical going forward for 2022. So we should be able to get rolling further for final budget and have those set up.
And for the public, this will be advertised on our website and in the Stewartville Star events and
Yeah,
stuff too.
they'll go to the Stewartville Star tomorrow, so it'll be in next week, and then it'll be on our website and any other social media. Feel free to share it. We'd like to get as many people there as we can.
Yep, we'd like to get people
So
to
the
come.
reason that we're doing this is, I think you guys know, but we were able to get a grant that we're able to do this with, so.
All right, any other questions for Finance Director? All right, thank you, Carla. Public Works Director report?
Reports in there, everything's trucking along and life is grand. If you have questions, let them rip.
Just a quick question, Sean. We a few weeks away from leaf pickup, or what are you thinking? Just let everyone
Usually we
know.
kind of wait and see what it's doing.
Okay,
There's not enough there really that we,
Yeah, I just didn't know if
it's
it's,
kind of an as needed basis.
okay,
So talked to Kevin earlier this week, we're definitely not doing it this week.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens next week. There's a lot of leaves that are dropping because of the heat and dry summer. So we might not get the huge fall all at once where they start coming, so it's just kind of when they start showing up out there, we'll break away and start.
okay. It's just a big program for the city, so.
We're encouraging people not to do it yet, but if some start doing it, it gets there to there's enough there, and they're forecasting wet weather, we'd rather get them before they get washed into the catch basins, so that'll just determine when we start.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Sean? All right, thanks, Sean. Tell the guys thanks for doing a good job. City Engineer report, Jenna?
There is a report in your packet. One change on there, we did hear late this afternoon back from our contractor that paving will happen next week.
Yay.
So, estimated that they'd be there, weather depending, of course, from this week, but Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning. So, should get the wear course on that, and I'm sure people will be happy to not have to dodge as they drive anymore.
What's the whole Third Street thing going on here? So we had to, because of the sidewalks, is that right?
Nope.
Cause you gotta have room for 6 wheelchairs side by side, if
Pretty
I'm
much,
correct.
yeah.
And so I was a little bit confused reading the 2 reports. You guys are gonna recommend then shutting down parking on south side in one block and the north side in another block, right? And
Essentially, yeah.
then a 30-minute parking right off of 63 to try to keep it open.
Correct.
Okay.
And in the original, well, in our slides and everything from our neighborhood meetings, we had shown no on the south side. And through discussions and everything, we decided to try not having no parking everywhere and just take it where we really need it for backing out of driveways and, in order to allow for 2 lanes of traffic and not having reflections when they're trying to turn off of 63.
All right.
Try to customize it the best we can, because this neighborhood had both residential and commercial.
We should paint the road purple and gold too.
I can specify those things if you really want.
Why don't we get creative? It should be a Viking town. This should be all Vikings. Well, I guess I offended a couple people in here. Sorry about that.
What are you gonna do for the Mark's house?
I don't care.
Mark will learn. Mark can live with it. He's relaxed.
Any other questions for the engineer? Thanks, John. Library director report?
I do. Above and beyond, I didn't have a lot to share in the packet. Summer reading program over and, was just a very big hit, and now we're just kind of moving on to what's next. We just completed today our library aid interviews, so at the first October meeting, I hope to be able to check references and have a candidate for council approval. Also, do you guys know what a sensory bin is?
No.
So.
You gotta stick your hand in a bag and you gotta guess if it's dog poop or something in there or what?
Optimally not dog poop. Although that's a different kind of learning experience. We got a small grant to have a program going for preschoolers, and sensory bins are sort of, it's almost like a sandbox kind of a thing, but smaller, that we have a program going that every other month, families with a preschooler can sign up and pick up a small one. The October one is Halloween themed, so this one we use like black beans instead of, like the last one was ocean themed and Sarah dyed, good job on the promotion by the way, she's really good. She dyed a whole bunch of rice blue so it'd be ocean-like, and this time we use these black beans for kind of a Halloween vibe, and then with like a little tweezer you can kind of pull out stuff like, spider ring and so forth. And kind of kids can work on their manual dexterity, which is an important part of early development. And then we also have books that go along with the program. So kind of a fun thing. I haven't done show and tell in a while, so I thought I'd and then it comes with a folder, activities and so forth that go along with that kit. And some craft supplies like crayons and stuff. And then the only other thing is, it looks like November 9th, they officially booked the Village Idiot to come talk at the coffee break, so you need to be caffeinated and learn about library programming, and just come see me.
You can have your whole staff there for everyone to meet them, or?
Maybe, I don't know, like, I just got booked on this like yesterday, so.
I probably got them sensory bins when I was little. I suppose.
Could be.
Nate says you got no idea for November, but what's this Karen Thompson Memorial Gingerbread on
Oh, yeah,
December?
so, we had, we've been doing a gingerbread decorating program, and after Karen passed away, there was a lot of money got donated to the library for something, you know, and so, after talking with the family, I thought just to kind of honor her service at, in food and also at the library, that we would just do the program in her name in perpetuity going forward. And then that way, you know, I just think that it just seemed like an elegant solution. We didn't need another bench or, you know, like this actually felt like more of a living, breathing tribute. And then we can, you know, if it ends up being a to-go kit like it was last year, we can put her name on the sticker, and I just think it's gonna be cool.
Sounds like it. Any other questions for Nate? Right? No? Did you do them sensory bins when you were a kid, Nate? Or, I mean, Brent?
No, no.
That's your problem.
And he probably has the manual dexterity to show for it.
He's lacking a couple other things. You're pretty mad.
Moving on.
Fire
chief's
chief,
report.
fire chief. Thank you, Nate. No fire chief,
Even I
no
can
poll
tell when we
director.
gotta move forward.
Committee, commission, board reports, Chamber of Commerce. You got the Oktoberfest, October 2nd. Read all about it in there. Two Brothers, tickets, everything. All right. Got anything to add, Al?
Next up is the trunk and treat.
Oh, okay, cool. EDA, HRA,
Minutes in the packet.
Finance,
Nothing.
Park Board.
Skip library.
Oh, sorry about that. Library,
Nothing.
you're pretty quiet. Park Board.
Or we just had a meeting tonight to approve budget items.
All right.
Nothing to add.
Personnel,
I think that all got handled at the library. That's about it.
okay. Planning and zoning,
We meet next week.
public safety.
Numbers are in there, and the 6th Avenue parking being addressed, and it has been addressed, and it's improved this week, so it looks better.
All right, thank you. Public Works, ready,
No report?
roll call,
No report?
Stu 180,
No updates.
Transit Advisory Committee,
No report yet.
no communications. Anyone want to use open mic? I guess that brings us to the last motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Opposed?